Good, everybody. We back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Saturday, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub up to the channel if you haven't done so already, man. Y'all already know who it is. Of course, I am Jeremy Jones, and you know I make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and of course, you know we don't introduce Music Mondays, man. So welcome to Sold Out Saturday. Smash the like button, sub up. I think Dunks is not going to be able to make it tonight, mainly because Dunks is out getting to the bag. I think he had to work overtime, so I think he's out there, and I think by the time he gets off, usually it'll be by the time we're getting off the live. So salutes to Dunks. Hopefully he's back on Music Monday, and keep getting to the bread, because we got to keep getting to these sneakers, man. But y'all see the topic, man. StockX closes another authentication, and I think this isn't the first one. So it says StockX closing an authentication center in Portland. So I want to touch on that tonight. And then, of course, if you haven't been living under a rock, the breaking news that is Nigo. Hopefully I'm saying his name correctly. Nigo. Yeah, hopefully I'm saying it right. Nigo. Pretty much it's basically confirmed that this is all alleged, but from what we're hearing in the streets is that he's signed a deal with Nike. Now, if you're not familiar with who he is, we're going to touch on that tonight. Apparently, he is the reason for what Bapes, when they first came out back in the day, he did that design then. So it's kind of crazy. He's no longer with Bape, but he was actually with Bape. I think is one of the founders, right? Okay, that started Bape, and you know, he went on to obviously work with Pharrell. I think he's also responsible for Human Made. So it's kind of funny that that design that he's known for, as far as those Bape Air Force One, I'm just calling Bape Air Force Ones. They're called Bapes, but it looks like an Air Force One with the stuff. He was the first one to push the limit. So it's kind of crazy. So I think Nike's in a lawsuit still with Bape. And it's funny, now the guy that used to be kind of head over at Bape before the main design is now working with Nike. This is signs to me that something is going on as far as the market, man. And let me clarify this. I don't think Nike them are going under or anything like that. But I will say this has been proving what I've kind of been saying on my drip, flip, or skip videos, is that I think it's time for something fresh, something new. Travis Wave, no pun intended, with his sneakers, I feel like it's kind of came and gone. Yes, we're still going to cop them, but we're not on that, you know, it's not breaking the internet type of thing like it would do when it first came out. So I'm very curious what Nigo is going to bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm saying his name wrong, y'all forgive me, but I believe it's pronounced Nigo, like Nigo. Yes, Nigo. It's pronounced Nigo, I believe. So hopefully I'm saying that correctly. And if I'm not, y'all got to understand. I'm just going to holler see him. But I'm very curious. I've been saying Nike needs to bring something fresh to the table for quite some time. And this pretty much just kind of proves my point. You know what I'm saying? So let me hit the chat, see what we got in the building, and then we're going to touch on this tonight. I think I'm going to start with StockX closes authentication center in Portland. What this possibly may mean. Because keep in mind, speaking of lawsuits, Nike is also on the chopping block with a lawsuit with StockX. So I'm very curious. Now, this is all alleged. I'm just going to go off what's already been reported, so y'all don't be trying to come after the kid, man. Let me touch the chat. Like, we got Kwame in the building, says, yo, what up, Kwame? Ball says, hi. Jay Brooks says, hey, yo, what up, y'all? What up, Jay Brooks? Says, like the new graphics. Appreciate that, homie. Appreciate that. I decided to switch it up just a little bit. I actually should have switched up I got another little design I got where I'm going to have, where like me and Dunks, I'm going to change ours up too. I'm always honestly, I start working, then before I know it, I do get my stuff done, but before I know it, right when I'm done with another project, one presents that I haven't finished yet comes up. Like, I got so many stuff going on behind the scenes, so definitely trying to just keep a fresh new look, man, because I know, like, if I'm getting sick of looking at something, you guys could be getting sick of looking at something, so I like to switch it up a little bit. Appreciate that, homie. Kwame says, what's good, Jay Brooks? Mr. 314 in the building says, is anyone else Nike app not working? Nike app or the sneakers app? Because I haven't really been in there today, to be honest. I saw that those Lucky Greens, if you guys did, anybody cop those, congratulations on the cop on those. I personally said I'm going to skip on them. And I know the Jackie Robinson Air Force Ones dropped as well. I'm pretty sure those sold out. But I already see those loaded up on eBay as well for people already trying to flip them real quick. They're trying to get a quick flip. These resellers they may not want to admit it, but they're feeling it too. I think everybody's feeling it. If the main, let me put it this way, right? And I don't know what's going on, but if the main source of your income that's like that that drops the product, if it's slowing down, and I'm not saying they're slowing down financially, but if they're not pushing out, they haven't got their next like it thing yet, you know what I mean? And it's gonna take some time, then yeah, you guys are the guys underneath is gonna feel it as well. And we can go down the rabbit hole of how many stores we've seen close within the last year and a half. You know, and I'm talking not just resale stores. I'm talking like the main chains, like the foot mom and pop stores. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, the economy is just going to crap. If you ask me, right? Okay, I think we're all feeling it. And if the big companies like these are making moves like this, and they got to bring on some, like they got money, so I'm sure they obviously offered like Nigo like a nice beefy, you know, salary. So we're gonna see how that's gonna go. But back on the StockX thing, I'm very curious with them because if they're closing stuff left and right, actually, if you think about it, it's all full circle, man. It's really all full circle now that I think about it. But let me continue to hit the chat real quick. No Hype in the building says, yo, what's goody fam? Mr. 214, I had hella issues with Nike and sneakers app, so hit them up the other day and it's much better now. They need everyone who has issues to call them so they can figure out what's causing the problems. Wow. Many with the kicks in the building says, yerp. I was in my sneakers app, but I wasn't really in there, in my Nike app, because y'all know I use those for my videos, so I wasn't trying to like cop anything either. So maybe I don't know what like it is if it's not loading up or what, but mine I haven't noticed any issues, but I haven't been actively in it either. Just to keep it 100. Jay Brooks says, Nigo is pronounced Nigo. That's what Nigo. So you got it, Jeremy. That's what I figured, man. Appreciate that, because I was thinking it's Nigo. That's how I don't want to butcher homie's name, but yeah, Nigo. That really helps me though, because I was still like, I don't know if you can tell, every time I got ready to say his name, I had to think about it. Now I'm gonna just read it. I'm gonna read it how you got to type Nigo and call it a day. Nigo, literally. Now see, my brain, yeah, appreciate that, man. You helped the kid out. No Hype says, they just opened a StockX location here in Portland a few years ago. That's crazy. Oh, wow. So this one hadn't been long open and they're closing it down? Maybe the products just aren't moving like that. You know what I mean? On the resale market. Because if you think about it, not just them, see, this is the difference between like a StockX and like an eBay. While eBay sells everything and StockX does too, but I think StockX took off more for the shoes. If you think about it, eBay was already afloat. The shoes was just a plus. I think that's why eBay is going to be able to hang on. You know what I mean? If I'm going to keep it 100. Not trying to compare the two, but you kind of can't help but do it. Mike Pango in the building says, so homeboy jumped ship in a Bape. He been off Bape, though. This is the thing. He used to be on Bape, but he been off Bape a minute ago. I think I read that somewhere down the pipeline. It'll probably come up during the reading, but I'm almost positive he's been off Bape for quite some time, like years. I want to say years. Brian Williams in the building says, big homie Jay Jones, what up? What up? Jay Brooks says, damn, so StockX will be even less effective with authenticating shoes and merch, a slow trickle towards shutting down. Hey, I can't argue, but it's my thing with StockX. I'm glad you brought up like merch and stuff. Every person that's ever said anything to me about purchasing anything other than sneakers has always been a very weird situation where they end up having to get their money back, even going through their credit card. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know who or what happened, but that merch authentication thing, they should have left that on. They could have just stuck to sneakers, but then with all those hidden fees, it was only a matter of time. Jay Brooks says, those Jackie Robinson Air Force Ones were limited. They were quick. I think 13 to 15K pairs. They are really nice too, but not as good as the Dunks from last year. Yeah, everybody's going to naturally compare those two. Everybody's going to compare the Jackie Robinson Dunks to pretty much the Jackie Robinson Air Force Ones. But you know what? It made me think of the King Griffeys, right? Somebody put that in my comment section. I'm going to share my screen on it. If y'all haven't, I think they dropped in 2021. Those King Griffey joints. I think those were done better. If we're gonna continue down the path of just comparing, I'm gonna share my screen. I'm gonna let you guys get a look at them. And so if you haven't seen them, you can kind of see what I'm looking at here. This is a nice freaking. I think this one is better than the King Grip. I think these is better than the let me share my screen. Boom. So yeah, I think these are better than the Jackie Robinsons. You know what I mean? Same concept, because this is like the King Griffey Juniors, like, and seniors. So I guess one for like senior King Griffey Jr. and then the other one's for like just King Griffey Juniors. I said that messed up. One is just King Griffey, and then the other one's King Griffey Jr. So yeah, I think this was a nice concept done by Nike, and I think this dropped in 2021, man. Don't quote me, but these didn't get that much talk about. But I think these even look better than those Jackie Robinson Air Force Ones. You know, and this one with the stitching on the back where you can know it's about baseball, this actually makes sense because of the colorway. And see, they didn't do nothing weird with that base bottom. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Sometimes I see why Nike may have need let's say a fresh face. I ain't gonna say he's fresh, but he was doing his thing and he walked away. So I don't know. I think this is a good thing for Nike. I think this is definitely gonna be a good thing for Nike. So I'm very curious how that's gonna go. But I like the concept of those Ken Griffey's way better. Those Ken Griffey's is way, way better. Manny says, smash that like button and join the Discord if you are not a member yet. Bing bong. Yes, sir. Discord is pinned up in the top of the chat. It is free. We just hang out all different types of things on there. In fact, we had like a DJ music hour yesterday, man. Me, Manny, and then a few people was in and out of the DJ booth with us. And all you got to do is come in, throw a song, chill out, relax, man. I may even do one later tonight after the live, probably about an hour or so. Might get back in there and jam out some more, man. It just depends on what I got pretty much. I'm probably going to be chilling for the rest of the night anyway, man. But yeah, smash that like button and definitely sign up for the Sold Out Discord, man. And then we definitely got more. I know I had the merch up, but I took it down because we're gonna definitely do some better quality. The good fellas know what I'm talking about. We got a lot of quality going up in this joint, so that's what we're working on behind the scenes now. That's the only reason I took it down. I seen somebody in the Discord ask where. I know Manny got some merch, but I know they're asking where they can find it. Just chill out. We gonna have it, but this, like I said, I'm trying my best to make sure when we have it, it's gonna be a nice stock. We're gonna be good and everything. So working on that behind the scenes. Just I guess when you go in the quality route and you know where you got to go get it from, it just takes longer. That's all. That's all it is right there. So Hype Beast alerts in the building says Nigo has human made line and had collabs with Adidas. This is true. I've heard that as well. So yeah, Nigo definitely has worked with a lot of people, man. And I always think of, when I think of him, I can't just think of but seeing him with Pharrell for some strange reason. Mike Pango says, if we get hit hard with a recession, StockX and GOAT are done for. It'll just be eBay. Hopefully it kills the resale game. I think GOAT will be, well, I don't know, because I'm about to say their storefront is Flight Club. So yeah, and they merged together. So I think they won't go as fast. If they go before StockX, I'll be surprised. But I've been hearing a lot of quality issues going on the back end for GOAT. As far as them, a lot of things slipping through the cracks, you know what I'm saying? So just be careful, check your pairs. We've even seen some people in the Discord where one of their pairs didn't come out exactly what we felt. Let me just put it this way. If we noticed it, but then again, I will say, if you put your mindset in the mind of an authenticator, who probably, if you do, think about it, let's assume, right, and if we don't know their schedule, but let's assume they work 8 hours a day, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing that with 1 hour lunch break, worst case scenario, or best case scenario, 1 hour lunch break, and you got tons of orders coming in and you got to check this stuff, I don't care. A lot of this stuff gonna start pretty much blending together, man. You know what I'm saying? So I will say the good thing, I hate to keep saying this because I hate to defend eBay, because that's what I feel like I do, because they mess up too. At least you get the initial contact with the seller, and then you can also ask for more pictures. You can, everything else, a lot of times you can almost tell, not almost, but I mean, some of that stuff. And like I said, all it takes is for one person to get caught lacking on eBay with fakes. And when you write that rare review, I remember, actually, fun fact, I hate to keep going back to the Sold Out Discord, whenever one homie was in there saying that he had a bad experience on eBay where homie canceled the order on him because I think the shoes went up after they already had made a deal. He had already placed it, but he canceled the order. I said, well, He said, I don't want to leave a review and hurt the score. It's like, well, you can also there's three different. You do a positive, neutral, or you can go pretty much negative. You don't got to go negative because you technically didn't lose any money, but you didn't get your shoe. Just write a negative. People trust me. I personally look at the seller's feedback negative if there's any negative feedback before I read any positive. Cause you know what I'm saying? I know everything happens, but sometimes I'm very easily can tell within a negative feedback if it really was the seller that was a problem or the person that or the customer. So I can usually tell whenever that stuff like that's going on. So I say, yeah, leave the feedback. Do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But I'm very curious how this is gonna go. I'm gonna read through this article from Complex and see what it's all about. Let's see. Let's see. 47 says, "Let's go 100." Okay, that's what's up. Says, "Damn, I wasn't in the sneaker game when these dropped, but these Griffies go hard, hella hard. Yeah, they super hard. We got Dunks in the building. What up, Dunks?" Says, "Yo, Dunks, I think you working right? Yeah, you oh shit, I think Dunks. He said send me the link. Cool, we can get Dunks in the building. Give me like 2 seconds. I didn't even create the link, Dunks, but it won't take long. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm gonna put myself back on the main screen and real quick. I think Dunks is gonna be joining the live. Let me get the link up for Dunks real quick. Pause. Y'all know what I'm talking about though. Pause. Let me get this up. We got Dunks coming in the building. Liam only been on for about 26 minutes. I thought he wasn't gonna make the joint. I don't know. He wasn't sounding too positive when I was talking to him, so I didn't want to like upset him or anything. Hold on, Dunks. I'm getting it together right now, homie. So yeah, I'll give me like 2 seconds. Let's see. Boom. Give me like 2 seconds. I gotta send Dunks the link. We'll go. Boom. Yep. I know y'all. Just give me like 2 seconds, real quick. Got Dunks coming in the building. Let's see. I gotta email him this. Let's see. Put that on there. And boom. Think we got it. Boom. So he should be coming in here in like 2 seconds. I'm going to make sure he gets in here. But like I was just saying, so salutes to Dunks for real. We got Dunks. I'm glad he called me in the chat because my phone, I didn't even hear it like go off. But I didn't, because I also wasn't expecting it. So I wasn't even really like paying attention to it at all. So Dunks should be coming in here momentarily because I got him on the link. But yeah, with this whole this recession thing, it's gonna be a different ball game. And then Dunks wanted to touch on something else too. I'm glad he is coming in here. So I know he said that he wanted to touch on something. So Dunks is coming in real quick. Hang on, I'm gonna fix the echo real quick, and then I'm gonna make sure Dunks is good to check the audio, and then we will be good. Give me like 2 seconds. Yo, say something.
Yep.
Yo, cool. Can y'all hear Dunks? All right, cool. I think we should be good. Go ahead and get your introductions on. I only been on for about 27 minutes, man. So let the people know
Oh,
what's
yeah,
up.
Yo, what's up, everybody, man? Yeah, they had your boy locked down. I had to go handle some business at work, but I made it to where I can make the live. Let's just say that.
Most definitely. Thank God, man, because I was already getting get my mojo flowing. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh yeah, nah,
um,
I'm here. We
yeah.
here.
So yeah, I was telling them, we got the quality. Finally, looks like the quality is coming together on the merch.
Yeah,
Definitely. Well, I was telling them what I plan to do before we even put anything out there. We're gonna get the site set up, but we're gonna have everything. I'm gonna have an organization part together before I even start rolling in. I know we ain't gonna get no crazy amount of orders, but I'm gonna make sure it's all right. And
oh
if this order goes correctly, we just gonna have. Let's just say this: we're gonna aim for a little bit of variety too. We gonna me and Dunks, I talked about this. Like it ain't just about to be red and black, but I know why we naturally do that though, because if you probably look at a lot of people's sneaker collections, we got a lot of red and black shoes. I mean, go figure. So it's a mind thing. We gotta get out of it a little bit. I want to switch it
yeah,
up.
yeah,
But yeah. So pretty much what I was talking about tonight is pretty much StockX closes one of its authentication centers in Portland, and then Nigo, he's now officially, rumor has it, he's signed with Nike.
yeah. I saw that.
You think good thing or bad thing?
Uh, well, I think it's a good thing, but just keep in mind, Nigo, that this isn't bait. Let's just keep
But
that in mind.
but if you think about it, the Bapesters wasn't. Let's just keep it 100. What it looked like to me, I'm like, hey, this is Nike, this is Air Force Ones with the Bape logo to me.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
exactly. But what I'm saying, but I'm saying don't.
but now think about this. If now he's over there, they can make their own. Can Bape can't? How? Let me say. But what if they actually do an official Nike version, Bape style Air Force One, and it's Nike releasing through Nike, and Bape really get mad?
I mean, this was honestly, if you think about it now, it seems like it was all part of the plan. You know,
What you mean?
like the whole,
Nike's
the
playing?
whole, the whole Bape shut down, and all of a sudden now Nigo's going over to Nike.
Yeah, so that's Nike's plan.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, you can pretty much classic story. You can either you can either join us, or or we'll
Yeah,
if you can't, what does it say? You can't beat them, join them. Pretty much,
but how long has Nigo been off of Bape though?
Uh, since that first like controversy, right? He jumped ship a long time ago.
Yeah. So that's what I thought. Because somebody in the chat was thinking like he just jumped ship and went straight to Nike. I'm like, he didn't just go straight to Nike. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
Like,
he didn't just go do that.
he left. He left what in the early 2010s, right?
I'm gonna pull up an article. I'm gonna hopefully it covers it in there because it talks about the collaboration, but it also talks about how Nigo went from Bape. So I'm pretty sure I got an article that says I'm pretty sure you wouldn't write something like this. I hope they wouldn't and not cover that part.
Mm-hmm.
So let me hit through the chat real quick, and then we're gonna touch on the authentication. You said you wanted to touch on the topic too. You texted me yesterday. You said, all right.
Oh yeah. I wanted to just, like I say, towards the end of it, I wanted to bring up these reimagined Bread Fours. Just get how everybody feeling about them. How everybody feels about the just the whole thing, the leather. The whole going leather thing. Especially seems to be what they're doing with the Bread Fours. Then they're doing it with the DMPs. You know. So just I just want to towards the end, just
So the DMP 11 is supposed to be Imagine theme.
no, they're supposed to be leather upper though.
Yeah, true. And did you see the official images? I guess the unofficial images of the Jordan 1 Union, the new joints are supposed to be
Those
dropping.
baseball joints, the baseball ones that you posted.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, like Sandlot. That's what I get, the Sandlot vibes.
Nah, it's supposed to be, from what I'm hearing, it's supposed to be inspired from like his like love of his wife or whatever. So I'm guessing one of her bags or something. I don't know. So
Man, the only person to actually do baseball theme right was Derek Jeter.
yeah, with those go hard. Those 11s.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the highs or the lows, either way, however you want to go.
Yeah, and then I showed them they did a Griffin. They did a like
Griffey,
a
yeah, Griffey has some too, right?
yeah. I showed them joints. I think those they did right.
It was some Griffey. Which ones were they though?
Air Force Ones. Air Force Ones.
Oh, Griffey has some. Oh, I know he had those ones back in the day with the AstroTurfs.
Yeah, those that's different. That's the you talking about that model. But if I share my screen, you can see it. I'll show it. Hold on. Boom. These are the joints right here. Like they did one with junior on the back and senior on the back. I'll put it up. So the images should like whenever it may be like a little delay. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I know these go. I'm not saying like I'm just saying if you got to pick between the Jackie Robinsons or these, I think these go harder than the Jackie Robinsons if you ask me.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not a fan. I hate the mini Nike check on the toe, but I even let it slide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said in the Discord that day, I don't know. I think I'm just over the whole theme, the whole Nike theme stuff. Especially Forces. I think it's just over the whole theme thing with them.
Yeah.
Give me a nice little classic, black white. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah. So looks like we'll save stock. I was gonna do StockX authentication centers first, but we're gonna roll. It kind of ties in together. But I want to touch on this Nigo situation real quick. Cover over what's out there. Get you guys is in the chat opinion on this. Is it time for Nike to have something fresh? Can we all agree on that? You know what I'm saying? Like, Look out! I know this is y'all know as we had a meeting in pretty much yesterday with the Goodfellas. Y'all know I'm chasing shoes. You know, I'm chasing old. Like I still got some hype shoes, but Dunks, you know, for personally, I'm chasing like it's like I'm going after childhood shoes and stuff. That I'm like, man,
Yeah,
why don't I have this? And I don't have that. So, I think the new stuff hasn't really impressed me, so to speak. So maybe they need. I'm not saying Nigo is like a fresh face because obviously, but I mean, he obviously did something right with Bape to begin with, and they kept that whole silhouette and well, the silhouette's Nike, but they kept the whole like Bape logo design, and he left all that. So maybe he's gonna bring some type of different. I'm just curious what he's gonna bring to the table. Now and rumors is I don't think nothing he's signing this year, but we ain't gonna probably see nothing until next year. You know what I'm saying? So
honestly, I would say honestly, he's probably gonna just slap some human made on some Nike and call it a day.
nah, he gotta come harder than that, man.
I'm saying that's I mean, what I mean, honestly, what else can you do? Because honestly, Travis kind of got it on lock with the
Mm,
uniqueness of what you can do with Nike.
I think Travis wave is coming going. I was telling people this before
Well,
he
yeah, but I mean, but honestly, what else can you really do to stand out with Nike? I mean, that swoosh is gonna really kind of be the big factor to make it like a uniqueness. Because any other way you do it, it's just same shoe, just in a different colorway.
yeah, but I think he's gonna do something where it's gonna probably push it really close with bait, you know, and they
Well,
can't do
yeah,
shit.
exactly. It's just gonna be they put it with the actual swoosh on it now instead of a
Yeah,
star or whatever they're using these days as their logo.
yeah, this is true. I'm very curious what he's gonna do though. I think we all are.
Well, we for sure. I know we're gonna get some Babe Nike collab clothing for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like you can't really. That's unavoidable. That's gonna happen.
But he's suing, but they're suing Bape. So I'm curious, like it's not gonna be like an official Bape collab.
I mean, like I say, if you can't beat them, join them. So, like I say, maybe that was part of the deal. Like
But
you
see,
can.
he's been left Bape, so this is like he ain't. This really ain't got nothing to do with Bape. The only reason Bape's getting brought up because he was once the guy for
Yeah,
Bape. You know what I'm saying?
gotcha. Yeah. Well, maybe I don't know. I don't like I say. I don't really see anything different happening, but that's just my opinion. I
I
don't think they're gonna do anything that's gonna make people. Oh man, I think I gotta
I'm
get
pretty
this.
sure the first shoe they. This my thing. It's like Year, it's like Union, it's like anybody else that does a collab. You got to come out swinging the first time. The other times all right. Second time you get it. Hey man, you know it's a sophomore release. It's
Hmm.
tight. I'm gonna get it anyway. And then after that, you got pretty much on the third strike. It's like we checking, but it ain't like the first one. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's where I'm looking for something like that. A nice wow me factor, like I guess collab, so to speak, to see what's gonna really get done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's just gonna be a copy and paste, rinse and repeat. They bring these people on uh for cash grabs, honestly.
Yeah, I mean that's what they kind of did. Off White came and changed the game, so I think he would be the next thing up there. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
think,
he probably be the next thing to Off White, honestly. But
yeah,
like I said,
and
I still
like,
double down. I don't think that bringing Nigo is gonna make much of a difference or a big impact as they think.
we shall see. I mean, we're talking already, so it's obviously already worked as it's floating around. You know what I'm saying? So, let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see where we at. Where we at? Let's see. Damn, I wasn't in the sneaker game. Read that one. Dunks read that one. Okay, cool. That's probably where I left off right there. Kwame says Goat has some problems lately, but they will outlast StockX. I agree, Kwame. That is a fact.
Hmm.
Salutes to Dunks from Manny. Facts,
Yeah.
Kwame from Manny with the kicks. Um, we got Shenny says love from Paris. What up?
Yo.
Let's see. Kwame says, we hear you, appreciate that. Shout out to Paris Hand from Manny. Jay Brooks says, StockX said they were closing the Portland Center simply because it's the smallest one. That's the weakest explanation. Oh, yeah, most definitely. I mean, come on, bro. It's the weakest link. I get it, but they're saying it's like the smallest one, and they could just the amount they're handling, they probably just that work went somewhere else. The work that store was getting, or authentication center was getting, it went somewhere else for sure. Let's see. Kwame says Nike got their biggest collab and they making Bape style Air Force Ones with the undefeated pack. This is true. They've already kind of been doing it anyway with that patent leather with the undefeated pack, but now it's gonna be a different story. I think he's gonna bring. I don't think he's gonna alter to logo, but I'm very curious what logo he's gonna bring to the table. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he's got to put something on there, and it's got to be subtle where we don't notice it. Like Off White didn't really necessarily bring a logo; they brought like a vintage ripped style shoe, and they brought like
they brought style. They brought a style, not like a technically a branding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but when you see it, that's Off White style.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they brought that and they wrote the words out of the shoe, like where it says air, they wrote it again. And like, you know what I'm saying? It's like he just got to be honest, it looked like he just took a marker and just went to work and like make this,
Well, isn't that how he started? He was just writing like air and, writing literally what it was, like he like t-shirt, like and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then he did the same thing with IKEA, right?
I believe so.
He dropped that IKEA merch.
Yeah. This is very interesting. I'm very curious what he's gonna do, but see him, we don't have an idea because we've seen the human made stuff. Do you own any human made items? I've looked at some, but
no, I don't own any now.
Yeah, I just left it like because I was on the not Bait, but Pharrell's website. What is it? Like his joint. Because I really thought Human Made was his, but I know for a fact it's sold on his actual website of like of his clothing line and brand and stuff like that. So and Adidas be selling on there as well. So pretty much, what is his called? I can't even think of it. I know he has ice cream, but then there's also Billionaires Boys Club. So if you go to the Billionaires Boys Club, there is also
please say the name out.
Billionaire. Oh, BBC. Yeah. You don't like them?
Pause.
You don't like BBC? What's wrong with saying BBC?
Billionaire Boys Club.
What's wrong with saying BBC?
Just don't. Yeah. Anyway, though. So
yeah, but they had Human Made on there. But see, I used to think like, oh, this is another spinoff of like ice cream and stuff. But I'm like, oh no, this is actually his own thing. But I didn't know it was actually his, and he just sold it because they cool, Interesting. Did not know that. Very interesting. I thought it was only sold on there. I didn't know it was his own thing. I did not know that. Let me hit the chat one more time. Let's see. Mike Pango says, F them baseball Air Jordan 1s, trash. Betty says, facts, Mike Pango. No Hype says, the 100% needs something new. Exactly. I agree. Manny with the kicks. But of course, Nike needs something new. Yep. Mike Pingo says, Nike needs something fresh for a minute now. Nike didn't bring in the enemy to be safe, in my opinion. This is true. That is a valid point. They didn't bring this guy over to play it safe. They want to change the game. They're on top, but even if the person on top is like not doing so great, hell, it's still gonna feel it too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, we can go down these authentication centers closing. We touch how many stores? These are retail stores that have closed. So the economy is, I don't know what to say for it. We definitely need saving. And I'm very curious if this person's gonna really go over there and really show out, and what to anticipate. As I don't think he has to top Off White, but he definitely has to bring something fresh to make it.
It's gonna take a lot to top Off White anyway.
Yeah, he's not gonna top. He's most likely not gonna top it. If he does, I'll apologize and eat my words, so to speak. Pause. But I'll say that whatever he does, it has to be impactful, or it pretty much, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know how hard the internet goes whenever your shit just don't pop. It's unforgiving. Yeah. And I feel like he's gonna feel a lot of pressure. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody else can do it. And to be honest, I think Travis Wave, say what you want. Yes, we still checking, but honestly, he's not. I don't know. The marketing on that seems like it's just been a little quiet, you know. So
Yeah.
we got these coming. The low what is those? The olive joints coming, and that's a women exclusive. But after that, man, I don't know.
I mean,
Unless
as in with Travis, as in for what Travis got going on.
Yeah, as far as in the streetwear world, because I think that's where it is, man. We need some fresh in the streetwear world as well, too. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't really think of any more brands really that's doing it. So,
I
but
mean, like you say, you can say what you want about. We brought this up before. You can say what you want about Mischief, but they're doing something right because they spark attention, and their shit still sells out every time.
well, they did pre-orders on the last shit. That don't count, man.
And say anything about pre-orders. I just said that the stuff still sells out, and they did change the game, whether it be for good or bad.
I'm saying that you can't really say it sold out if they still did a pre-ordering system. It's like cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, it's gonna sell out. You're only making what people order.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to hate on Mischief. They definitely what they do definitely sparks attention, but does it keep it? They're like the fast food of streetwear if we want to keep it 100. And let me
yeah,
clarify this: like, it's just like we can compare it to music, not to get off mode. A lot of these people, you be like, damn man, they drop so many projects. They kind of have to because their stuff only lasts for the month or a
yeah.
couple
Because
months.
you're right. Because we still see people just now getting those big red boots. Months after they ordered them. So
Yeah, exactly. No, the wave is come and gone now. Nobody really wants them shits.
yeah.
This is my thing.
So those backward shoes are they making those? Were those pre-order?
I don't know, but I don't piss me off, man. Because it's like then you can wear it two separate ways.
Yeah, I'll get that. I'll get that shoe like, is it this way? Is it that way? You went this way, that way. I mean, my head explode. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Like we gonna switch up that. I don't know whose bright idea. And then see, I will say this. All they do is find the right person to market it. I want to know what they spend on marketing. And that's what I was talking about Dunks. Like I was texting him about getting when we open back up our shit. I was like, man, we're going to get he like Dunks is looking at certain we looking at two different things, but we're also looking at the same goal. But I'm like, man, we'll need some type of like spark on it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Is if we're gonna expand and get it like that, because I want to have a a Halloween theme slash winter like like set drop. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I'm hoping, but yeah, I take that all back to say Misha spends a lot of money on marketing. Man, they have to.
Oh yeah, of course. That's probably where it's probably majority of their like money goes to. Their
Exactly.
budget. That's probably where a majority of their budget goes to. I say they're probably at about let's say 55-60% marketing. You know.
Mm.
And
Yep.
the rest is the actual product, because like you say, if it's pre-ordered, then obviously they know exactly how much they have to make to not go over budget, or to have any you know extras or bulk left over.
Yeah, this is
So
true.
and you can tell they're a very small company now right now because of how they have to do it.
Yeah, most definitely. Let me hit the chat. Let me hit the chat. Let's see. Mental Kick says, I can't wait for Nike to give us new silhouettes. I don't see that happening, Manny.
Yeah,
Um,
me either. I don't think
I
Vegas
don't.
is bringing nothing new, completely new to the table. Like,
Yeah,
at least
like
not for a while.
yeah, maybe on like their like only time I think they do something like that is like for like their like actual. I know all their shoes are meant to be like sporty type of stuff. You should be able to do whatever, but I mean like as far as like their actual like okay, this is a strictly a running shoe only is gonna be new. They bring new technologies where to do that the design doesn't ever look as good.
Well, they tried that with the flight nets and stuff, but people didn't impress those.
Mm-mm.
People would say, "We're not running these." People completely disregarded the running aspect of and just started wearing flight nets and Prestos just as regular shoes, and
Yeah,
that's how because even Off White took on Prestos. That's how it was a very popular shoe.
yeah, most definitely.
Outside of what it was meant for.
Yeah, most definitely. So I don't think they. I would be. I'll say this. I'll be surprised if they hit us with a new silhouette, Manny. It would be nice, but I don't see where it's
Yeah,
gonna.
completely new silhouette. That mean that they have to. I think that take them too long. You know, they're just
That
trying to.
ain't. Yeah, that ain't coming out in 2024.
Yeah, they're just trying to turn. You know, turn and burn, turn and burn, turn and burn. You know, get
Yeah,
it in, get it out of here. You know.
pretty much. So I think he's gonna bring a unique color palette and get the maybe. I think he's gonna bring a unique color palette and get it done right. You know.
I feel like it's gonna be almost like on that Billie Eilish level. You know, like
I think he's gonna kill. I think he's gonna top that now.
no, of course, but I'm saying it's gonna be in that aspect of I don't know what I'm looking at, but I know I like it. Not her stuff, but just on his. Like it's gonna be that weird aspect where you gotta like look at it, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Whatever he does, we're gonna talk about it. Whether it's good or bad, we're gonna talk about it. No matter how you slice and dice that joint. Let's see. Mike Pango says, "I'm on my year is the only collab I can bet on being good. This Union baseball trash, just another L from them. In my opinion, they are on the downfall. The Cortezes was bad too. Um,
They
wow,
sold out though, right? Those clots,
those clots, yeah."
they sold out. The other didn't they drop what yesterday?
I think so, but they probably didn't make that many pairs of those joints. I ain't even pay attention to them.
How did the because I didn't like I say I haven't really been able to be on today, but how'd the Lucky Greens do?
You can get a pair right now if you want to.
Well, okay, all right, what I thought.
If you want them, you can. Hey, take your time. You probably wake up tomorrow and still get them if you want to. Them joints that.
Wake up the next week and still get them.
Yeah, I'm almost positive that's gonna be a shoe. Don't quote me. We're gonna be talking about it next month, saying like, damn, hey, they still available if y'all
Yeah,
want.
it's gonna be like the True Blues.
Yeah, those True Blues. No, what was the one they did? It was those the true what's what? Yeah, the True Blue ones. Yup. Well, old buddy had bought all them damn pairs and then thought he was gonna be coming up. No,
Mm-hmm.
buddy. Like no, like you some stuff you can't the market is one of those I feel like low key is can be unpredictable at times.
But you know what? I've come to realize that the underhyped or the underperforming shoes that they drop usually are the ones with the best quality though.
Yeah, true. That I'll give you that.
Like I guarantee you, the quality, the leather quality, the suede quality on those ones, man, probably almost woman quality.
Mm. Yeah. It seems rumor is they do better quality on the women products than they do men
Yeah.
products apparently.
Yeah.
Let me get a chat. Let's see. And I'll say this about on my year, Mike Pango. I don't think they've had a great run ever since the three. We
They
check them
just
out.
they dropped the ball when they did those fours, man. They dropped the ball, and I don't think they recovered.
Yeah, those fours, in my opinion, no disrespect for the people who got them.
Yeah,
I feel like there was a big letdown because we was expecting that three color set just come right onto the
they
fours.
should. Like I said, they could have. They had a good thing going. Just stick with the same theme. Just that cream, off whitish, and maroon, purple, plum color that you guys use. And sale, just stick with those three colors. You guys would have been good. You guys could have had a whole theme going.
Yeah, yeah, they could have, but they didn't go there.
And it
Um,
would have made sense on any pair you guys would have dropped, because I'm sure Alma Mater 13 would have, with those colors, would have. I'm sure it would have. They could have made it to make sense.
yeah, they could have, but I guess he wanted to try something different. Nike let him. I still don't get on the fours why there's a random like silver like on the back part of it.
Oh yeah, a little knot looking thing.
Yeah, like what
What
is
I don't like. It's not that I don't like, but what I find weird is that the random quote behind the heel tab.
I mean, they got that on the threes too. That's supposed to be like quotes of like black women quotes or like his mom quote or something like that.
Yeah,
Um, I can respect that, but I feel like it's pointless to put it. Nobody's gonna check for that. You just have to know if you know. Um, and he knows if he would have put it anywhere else on that shoe, we would have been like, "Hey, yeah, I would like it, but the writing, but the writing, but the writings." He put it where it's like, I guess it's sentimental for him. I just
Yeah,
think that they could have easily did that on the 4. It'd have been great.
yeah.
I would
Hey,
have loved to see that 4
be
with
right
that
back. Okay.
cream. All right, cool, yeah. I would have loved to see that cream hit on this real quick, man. Let me hit the chat while Dunks is stepping out real quick. He said he should be right back. So let me hit the chat real quick. Where did I leave off? It says, Kwame says, I still can't believe that baseball stitch is real. Um, Probably so. I mean, I can see it being real. He says BBC just a news channel. What's the problem? um, yeah, I know. I don't know. Dunks, I don't know his reasoning why he wants us to pronounce every letter. The Slayer says, "Yo, my goats says will StockX die in the next 5 years? It ain't looking good, Slayer. It ain't. I'm gonna be 100. It's not looking good. I don't know if they don't change some things around. If I was them, I would try to spark a deal with Nike and where everybody can break even and be happy. And StockX should have learned whenever they started that whole um that NFT thing that nobody even this is the thing, NFTs ain't even been talked about no more. So like I know they're looking like was it worth it? They were just trying to strike while the iron is hot and be greedy and to bit them in the ass, you know what I mean, so to speak. But yeah, so you'll have to let that we'll have to determine that in a second, but let me hit the chat one more time. It says, let's see, Cedric Vapel in the building says, sup, y'all. What up, Cedric? Got Jay Moore says, they are a gimmick, no longevity. Who is going to be rocking those boots even a year from now? That is a fact. That is a fact. I don't think a fun fact. There's my barber, right? I just keep 100. He was talking about getting them one for him and his girl or whatever. And once he realized that he couldn't get him at the time that he wanted to go on a trip that he was gonna go on, he was like, "Nah, I don't want him." I sent them the link when they would drive. He's like, "Nah, I don't want him." Like it's definitely a hype thing. He didn't even want him no more. Plus, he said he would. I think those big red boots started at 300, man. So just imagine what resellers are trying to do to flip those pretty much. I hope they didn't go crazy and buy a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? So we got Dunks back. I'm just reading through the chat.
Oh yeah, no, you good. I'm sorry. I had to go. My cat was in the room. She wanted to get out, so I didn't let her out. And plus, I just grabbed something to drink, so we're good.
You good, you good. Mike Pringle says, I'm praying on a downfall of resellers. I'd love to see StockX crash and watching all those shoes lose half of their value they were selling for. It has gotten out of control, man. If we're gonna keep it 100, um, reselling was always like just a side thing for the most part, and now people turn it into full on 100% legit lucrative businesses, which is all good, man. But at the same time, sometimes people just keep seeing how far. I feel like what happened starting in 2020 till about late 2022, people just kept pushing the price to see how high they could take it. And they did, you keep pushing that bubble, it's gonna pop.
I'll tell you what I think contributed to it also. Just the whole shutdown and not being able to just physically go to places, especially for, like I say, people that, like I say, case in point, like sneakerheads, so they had, so with that being that they couldn't go physically get the shoe, everything was online. So that means more people fighting for the shoe, which drove the prices up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and now that all that's over with, we're almost 2 years over that now, and we're still recovering from what that did.
Yeah, true. That's probably like a perfect scenario, the best way to describe it. Like it's where we couldn't go anywhere, everybody was forced online, and then the servers obviously wasn't
Ready
um
for that.
they wasn't ready. Then also what brought into that, people like, okay, cool, the servers aren't ready. I'll just buy them all, so we'll set up a bot to run them and cop as many as we can.
And then, yeah, I'll be the store.
Yeah, then exactly. You hit the nail right on the head, so to speak. Let me hit the chat. Let's see. Kwame says, didn't we get a new Air Max called Pulse for Air Max Day. If we did, Kwame, I'm gonna be honest. I must have kept scrolling because I
Mhm.
think now this is brings up another point where I think Nike them can't really. I know Manny said he ready for new silhouettes, but I think our brains even ready for new silhouettes because it's like, to be honest, like all in my head right now, if that shoe was on the sneakers app and say I told you I automatically scroll through it because I'm like, cool, this ain't nothing that sticks out that we normally go for. Think about it, like it's I'm not gonna I'm not I'm not gonna sit up here in front. I don't even think I want to see any new silhouettes because my brain just ain't even programmed for a new silhouette. You know?
Right. We're conditioned to the same pair over and over because it's shoved down our throats and that's all we see. And people, us as humans, usually don't really take too kindly to change. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And so, just introducing something new into the normal, it kind of throws people off. Is when get naturally, with humans, like, so same with Nike. We're so used to the same silhouettes. We've been conditioned to only want this pair, only wear that pair, only do this with them. So it's and
yeah,
so for them to like throw something else in there would be like, what I'm saying? Like, what is this?
yeah. This is true. I think you're right. We're just conditioned where we're not really. We say we want something new, but we're gonna do
Fight it.
nothing.
We're gonna want it, but fight it the whole time.
Yeah, we're gonna fight it, and we're gonna be like, this doesn't look. We comparing them to Jordan, whether we want to or not.
Yeah, exactly.
But to contradict it, Ye has brought every time Ye has done something. Yeah, he's done his own versions of certain things, but he's brought new silhouettes to the table. He can do it.
And look, and that's I was gonna piggyback off that, and that's why Adidas won't give him his stuff because they know how hard it is to come up with new designs.
Yeah,
For a single man to come in with his pretty much, because he even said it, his own team who designed this stuff. You know, like
yeah,
they already have from the beginning, and I'm sure he already knew from the beginning too that when those contracts were signed, I'm sure it went something like this. Now you know that this belongs to us once you sign that contract. I'm sure that was expressed over and over. You know, but I'm sure, with him, he was like, yeah, yeah, sure, whatever. You know?
well, he's admitted that he didn't read anything that he signed.
Yeah, exactly. So that just goes to show how hard it is to come up with something unique and something new. And these are big name, big brand sneaker companies. And they literally they can't come up with their own stuff allegedly. So they take designs allegedly.
Yeah, this is true. Because yeah, the main source of the company, I don't think they're like they don't have no real. They're not inspired to do a
I
silk.
mean, you gotta think. I know that they gotta have at least 100 designers on payroll.
Yeah,
You mean tell me 100 people can't come up with something new? You
they
know what
can,
I'm saying?
but are we ready to accept it? You know what I mean?
I mean, we accepted all the 350s, the 750s, uh, all everything he dropped, wave runners, seven.
Who you think does better design work? Either like an actual designer, or we get like a collab with like a Travis or Kanye. I mean, Kanye is a designer within himself, but he
Oh,
also is very big in the music. So, but contradicted, if Travis can do it,
Travis didn't design those shoes.
well, he still put his twist on it.
Yeah, but he didn't come up with that. I'm pretty sure.
He
Pretty
put,
sure there was a designer behind that.
yeah, but he put his twist on it. He had to, I'm assuming he had some input because we got the
I
fabric.
say he probably had input as far as, all right, what colors would you like to see? What colors would you wear?
Yeah, that's still helping.
Yeah,
And then,
that's very important, but as in, I don't think he had anything to do with the whole design process.
well, think about the backward swoosh. He
That
had
could have been how long has Nike been in business? That swoosh has been used before, just not in a major sense like that, in a major way
well,
like that. But
they
how many
did.
times could it have been used? Why did it take 60 years for them to say, hey, let's just flip it backwards? They could have done that
No,
with
they've done that.
Jesus.
They've done that, but they didn't do it enlarge it. His was like
Yeah,
enlarged, pause. But you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? His Nike
yeah.
check is bigger, pause.
Oh yeah, of
Like,
course, of course. I
yeah,
mean,
so his stand out on the shoe, but
mhm.
also that his Travis logo, and just the way it was marketed to us too. It's
Hmm.
something you felt like you needed to be in on. You know what I mean?
Well, remember, no, because remember when the Mocha Lows first dropped, nobody wanted those. It was like, man, that's just
I still
ugly,
don't.
you know.
I
Anyway,
still don't.
but remember, people were like, man, what the fuck? What is that? Nobody wants that shit. And from, like I said, I wasn't really on it like that, but from what I'm hearing, they actually sat for a minute. You know,
I didn't know they said. I thought they
yeah.
sold out.
I mean, of course they sold out, but like they weren't like an immediate like people wanted them because, like I say, it was something new, and people were like, they were turned on by the big backwards swoosh on them.
I think the mochas went crazy.
Well, of course now, but no, when they first came out, they
I
weren't
think nah.
popular like they were.
I ain't gonna say that, buddy. I don't
Okay,
know where you
okay.
heard that from, but them fours they went
I didn't
crazy.
say the fours. I said the mochas.
I know, but I'm telling you, I've been seeing it since he dropped the fours, and when he dropped them ones, we went them. You trust me.
Okay,
I would if they would have sat, I would have got them for retail. I wasn't gonna skip over the shoe.
okay,
I
all
wasn't
right.
gonna skip over the shoe. I'm telling you, that was not. Y'all sound off. If y'all, Dunk said when the Jordan 1 Travis's first drop, yeah, we were talking trash about it, but everybody showed up and showed out when it came release time. Because I
Okay.
said it, I was like, man, this big swoosh joint. Well, I want it though for some. Like the more and more, and then like the more and more I seen it, the more and more I wanted it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't. I don't remember. Only Travis shoes I ever seen sitting, bro.
Well, okay. Well, take away the set. Take away the set part. Like
Okay.
I said, people were turned off by them. Like I said, they didn't like the big swoosh thing in the front. I was just going taking it back to that people don't really like change, and like something new like that.
I don't know, man. I feel like everybody. Maybe it was just me, but I feel like everybody was going crazy over the Travises. No matter
Okay.
what. The only ones I seen them didn't go crazy over is the like what he did, like a Travis 38 or something, like that joint.
The
And
270s,
yeah, the
people don't
32.
really like those. The 32s.
Yeah, the 30.
Oh yeah, I remember those 32s.
Yeah,
They're like,
yeah, those the green joints. Yeah, now that one I'll give you. Now those you should be able to get that right if you pay resale for that shoe. No disrespect, because I know Kwame got some. Because they did those too with that little sleeve over it. Remember
yep,
that they did. I
yep.
think Kwame got some of those, and then there's some other Travises before those as well. Those, no disrespect, those aren't it. You have to really, really just no disrespect, Kwame. I know you got the joint. It's a fire shoe, but it's for whoever want it. Whoever
Yeah.
wants
What
it.
about the Air Max? Do you feel like that's you just gotta want it shoe?
Yes, I wouldn't pay. I won't. I refuse to pay resale. Yes, I was a guy that probably
Don't
went
you have
live.
a pair? Don't you have a pair? Do you have
Nah,
a pair of the Air Max? Oh, I thought you did.
nah. I went for them. Yes, but at the same time, I went for the 270s. But those are the shoes where I'm like, they dope if I had them for retail. I ain't paying
Yeah.
retail for them. You know what I
So
mean?
if you would have gotten the 270s, like, would you probably have worn it to the gym?
Yeah, I would have went on and just broke them out for the gym to keep it
That's
a
why.
hundred.
That's what I thought. Like whatever I thought. Like you said that you went for them, I was like, it must have like just been for gym.
Now at the time, I didn't know what the hell I was gonna do, but now looking on it now, I was like, "Yep, these are finna turn into some gym shoes." Yeah, retail wise, I'll take them for the gym all day long.
Yeah.
It's not a bad shoe. It's just that I know it's not like I wouldn't say a necessarily streetwear shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In my opinion,
I get it. Because the
um,
270 is not really, you know.
yeah, it's not that appealing if we're gonna keep it 100. Let me hit the chat. Let's see. Man with the Kick says, I think Sooner, Slayer, Scam is a sinking ship. If they don't do something, it ain't looking good. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mhm.
And I think it was a sinking ship before the Nike lawsuit. Ever since the original owner, what is it, Josh Luber, when he left, I think then I'm like, it ain't. I don't see this company going up from there.
Well,
You
he
know?
knew. He already knew
Yeah,
trouble was coming.
yeah. He went on and got the hell up out the way. Um, Slayer says, "Facts, Manny. I was just being nice. For sure, sooner than later." Oh wow. What's the better shoe, Air Force One or Air Max? That is a good question. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and say Air Force One, man. Air Force One over Air Maxes to me. Um, What you think if you got to pick between one? I know Air Max got different
I'm
silhouettes too.
I'm Air
So
Max. I'm gonna go Air Max.
which one? Which one tops your Air Force One?
Just style wise, I'm not gonna just put a certain one. I just like the Air Max over Air Force Ones.
Nope. I can think of 95s. They dope, but they ain't finna top a classic Air Force One. Why? I'm talking white or black Air Force One at that.
Yeah,
Um, or we can take Travis Air Force One too. There's some nice Air Force One collabs as well, but I would say still got to give it to the Air Force One as a whole. Really, to be honest, if we're gonna be fair about it, I could see that easily being a shoe that is a draw. You know, because
yeah.
I guarantee you, for
Honestly, yeah.
yeah, because for everything that I can say about the Air Force One, I'm sure if you thought about it, I know I'm putting you on the spot, but I'm pretty sure if you put some thought
Nice,
about it,
right? I
you could,
agree.
yeah, you could argue me back and forth for whatever reason. You could have the sit. Well, they got this, they got that. You like, honestly, I think yeah, it's one of those. To be honest, Slayer, it's a draw shoe. They're equally comparison the same thing. There's some hype Air Force Ones that's better than some Air Maxes, but there's some hype Air Maxes that's better than some Air Force Ones. You know what I'm saying? Because those 97 Witherspoons forever be timeless classic Air Force Air Max. You know what I'm saying? 97. So
Mm-hmm.
you got to think that, and we got other ones that we can think of too. Off White has its touch on both of them.
Yeah,
We've
true.
seen some Off White Air Maxes and those go hard too.
Yeah, 90s, right? The 90s, right?
Yeah, the 90s, they got like that sand colorway. I think
And they
there's a
got
white colorway and a black colorway.
yeah, that black colorway, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like but then you could take that, all those that I just named, go over to the Air Force One, and we say
Got the same thing, yeah.
yeah, I'm about to say we could say the yellow joints,
The canaries, right? The
yeah,
sparks.
the sparks, those green joints, the
Mhm.
yellow joints, which is what they calling those
The canaries, right? The yellows. The
yeah,
yellows are
canary, but
canaries.
they're all saying they call them the university gold joints or
Oh,
lemonades
okay, lemonades. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
but
Yeah.
either way, I've seen people say canary as well.
Then they got the Paris exclusive, apparently, the gray pair.
Yeah, they've got a lot of heat on both sides, man. I mean, honestly, no matter which collab you put on there, it's gonna be
Man, just remember, bro, when there was a time when you could actually go for like these shoes on sneakers.
yeah, with no problems,
You know that there was a time when all these shoes we just named, you could actually hit for on sneakers. It's
Yeah,
crazy to think about now, you know?
exactly. Super crazy. Me to chat. Joseph G says true. For me, it sold out within an hour. Oh, okay. So the Travis is sold out within. Okay, damn. Where the fuck was I at?
Yeah.
Because where was y'all looking at? Because it was hard. I had to pay resale on them joints. Joseph D says the Air Force One Lux is peak Air Force. Okay, got you. That's like a luxury version, I'm assuming. Jay Brooks says, man, those Air Max OG 86 big bubbles are really nice in hand. Yep, they are. Like I said, but Air Force One got their classic stuff too. I mean, the classic whites will always be, they will never go out of style. If we're
No,
gonna
of
keep it
course
100, they're not gonna, like I always say, if you like, I need some new shoes, but I can't go get what I really, really want, but I need something that's gonna be versatile. All white or all black got
not.
you all.
Always in stock, you
Yeah,
know?
always in stock. They got, when in need, they got your back. You
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And if they are out of stock, it's only temporarily. They will be getting more in within the next week or two, literally, just to keep it 100.
Yeah.
We got Billy Blunt in the building, says, what's good, y'all? What up, Billy?
Yo.
The Slayer says, okay, cool. It was an interesting topic. Most definitely. Yeah. Like I said, there's really no right or wrong answer. Both pairs equally, in my opinion. You
Yeah.
really can't go wrong. I'm more of an Air Force One guy. Dunks, I can see him being more of an Air Max guy. And that honestly, like we both pull up to the spot. I guarantee both shoes are gonna get compliments.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's not gonna be like, yeah, but mine better though. And they're like, really, they really ain't no shoe better than the other shoe.
I mean, because at the end of the day, hey, they all wear the same, they all tear the same.
Exactly. Let's see. Mike Penguin says Air Force Ones just don't hold up. Look good, but just don't last with my wide feet. Yeah, I will say it's a shoe that
That toe box, man. I talked about
woo,
that in the Discord, man. That thing is disrespectful, man.
one wear. When you wear them joints one time, they don't look bad, but you can tell it ain't no way you're
Mhm.
finna wear that shoe for a day and then try to pass them off as like, hey, very near dead stock, because they're gonna look like no, you've had
Yeah,
these.
don't try to return them because you know
Yeah, it's over. Now they have made some ones that cost a little bit more that's supposed to not do that easily.
premium more leather.
Yeah, but nobody's that didn't really take off like they thought it would. The thing is, y'all can't. Y'all should have just made it. They're better off just reinforcing all that stuff and not telling us and still calling it the Air Force One and making it look exactly the same. But they do, but they don't. Like you can still compare them to like a. It's like the material they had to make it where it not crease. It looks slightly
So,
different.
so what do they do? They all they pretty much do is what use a different leather and call it like a premium. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, apparently that's what they.
Or they double the leather. You know?
Apparently that's what they did to the Drakes. But this brings up another thing too. I feel like Drake shoe and Nike, it never it had its run, but nowhere near like on a Travis or Off White. Hell,
No,
you often forget that Drake even got to deal with Nike. So my thing is this: like,
not the right.
yeah, Nocta, what is he doing? What is he doing wrong? You know what I mean? Or what did he do wrong? Because he didn't seem like he. It's like that's why I said Travis seems like he just put more input in than Drake. Like Drake just seems like sign here.
I feel like honestly it's just another paycheck to Drake because they know Drake's popular and they know if they got him on their team, there's money in their pockets too. You know, Nike. They know it's gonna sell. So honestly, I honestly don't think really Drake really cares about the Nike stuff that much because he only wears it because obviously he has to get paid. But on the other ends, you don't even, you know, Drake is wearing other stuff. His mind's not at Nike, you know.
This is true. Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Kwame says Air Max One better than Air Force One. Cedric says mid top Air Force One. I don't know about the mid top, but you know they all right. I ain't gonna front. I had a pair though for real.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the Slayer says I feel like Air Force Ones and Air Maxes are timeless. Yeah, they're definitely timeless shoe. Billy Blunt says the '90s used to Reebok classics because I couldn't afford Air Force Ones. Okay, used to rock Reeboks. Me and Dunks had a pair as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Yeah,
yeah, oh yeah.
we had a pair as
Every
well. Yeah,
oh yeah, you had to.
yeah. Kind of like was like, yeah, you had to get it. Let's see. Manny with a kick says both for me. Mike Pingle says Air Max One overrated. 90s, 95s are better. Jay Brooks says, yeah, Nike does have a softer Air Force One uh Air Fresh. It's the 130 pair, I think. Okay. So there's one where it's a little bit more forgiving. Okay. Um, Joseph G says the Air Force One luxury leather Harlem for 1.5, no toe crease. Okay, yeah, they don't have no toe crease. Okay, 47 says I've been making me some Air Force One from Nike ID and some Dunk highs and low from the ID. They were very interested. Maybe not for everyone, but some very different. The quality is insane. 100. Joseph G says there was nothing disgusting the shoe for discussing the shoe. I said discussing this year. Discussing the shoe from Travis. It was the swoosh. Drake didn't have anything. Yeah. Yeah. No one was really discussing the Drake's, but Travis shoe was kind of like a good
Mm-hmm.
talking point. So Drake, hell, I'm sorry, but just putting the logo inside of the shoe, not gonna call it good.
Yeah, what is it like? It's like it looks like some crosses, like three little crosses.
That or yeah, they got that. That's one of the logos, and then there's one where he did like an actual owl, like that's the OVO logo.
OVO, yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it, but yeah, sure. But yeah, I don't think that was enough. We got Knee Bensley says bring back the shell toe with the fat laces.
Oh man.
Yeah, that'll be timeless for real. That'll be super timeless. Let me read through the rest of these articles real quick, and then we're gonna close things out. We've been on this joint for what, almost hour and 20 minutes. So y'all smash the like button, sub up. So just want to read through this real quick. So after being spotted wearing a pair of Nike Go Flee East Nigo has reportedly signed a deal with Nike per Complex Sneakers. We already kind of brought that article up. The founder of Bape and Human Made has been a frequent collaborator with Adidas over the past 20 years, making sure move to sign with the Nike is a surprising turn of events. Human Made and Nike could be a way in 2024. Interesting. So it's
See, I
gonna,
told you some human made shit. I told you he's gonna slap
yeah,
some human made in Nike, and that's what it's gonna be. You know.
yeah. So he's seen wearing this. So I guess I wouldn't wear those, but I mean, to each
Yeah, I
his
saw that
own.
picture. Yeah, I saw that picture.
I ain't see this is my first time seeing this joint, so yeah, I didn't know what this was about. But I mean, hey, to each his own. I mean, we'll see what he brings to the table.
Yeah.
There's the Bape joint, old picture of him, I'm sure. So let's see. Him with Kanye. He could bring something definitely different. That's for I always think of him and Pharrell for some strange reason, but I mean, honestly,
Yeah, you gotta think though. You know, they've all worked together, but dang, you see how old he is now, how long he's been in the game. Like you can see when he was on that picture with Ye, how young he looked, and just now over the years, how it just
yeah,
shows how long he's been in the game.
yeah, it's been what it is, man. So I'm gonna try to take it back to the one where yeah, this was super young back in the day, man. But I remember Yatem, everybody was big on Bape, so he had everybody, man. So
Hmm.
hey, he been doing his thing. I'm gonna read through this article real quick of StockX closing the Portland authentication centers real quick. Um, StockX is closing down its authentication center in Portland. A spokesperson from the secondary market confirmed to Complex. Currently, StockX has several authentication centers throughout the U.S., including in the states of Michigan, Georgia, New Jersey, Arizona, along with 9 other facilities that are scattered across the globe. StockX Portland Authentication Center was the smallest facility in the network, 10,000 square feet. Following a record year of 2022, we continue to evaluate our network efficiently in Reblin's trades between our authentication facilities from the world, consolidating where it makes sense. StockX told Complex. As dynamic, that just sounds like a generic answer. With like, we answered the
Yeah,
question, we didn't.
the rep.
Yeah, we gave you an answer, but that didn't answer the question at all. Like it was if that was ever such thing of like answering a question indirectly, saying something without saying something without really
Mhm.
saying nothing. That's what I just read. Because I
Yeah.
what the hell? Um, says as a dynamic global business, we will continuously access our strategies to deliver as best in class experience for buying and selling world's most coveted products. Despite announcing the closure of its Portland facility, StockX confirmed that the network of the facility is growing overall as it's added 300,000 square feet last year. Additionally, StockX opened its own authentication center in Mexico City, Mexico in January.
Hmm.
Okay. So they're spread out, I guess, because they're trying to cover as many people as they can. So I
Oh yeah.
respect it. Yeah. So with this one, I will see what Brandon done. Doesn't look like he wrote too much, but yeah, that's the human made stuff. I'm pretty sure it kind of covered everything that I already kind of just hit. I'm gonna just kind of glance at it. Let's see. Designer Nigo, the streetwear titan who founded Bape and Human Made, is currently serves as an artistic director for French-made house Kenzo. Is working on the collaboration with Nike. Sneaker industry sources tell Complex the deal between Nigo and Nike marks a shift for the designer's footwear alliances. Nigo's brand have worked extensively with Adidas over 20 years. Nike did not respond to requests for comment about its relationship with Nigo, a director at Utsmo, the parent company the designer founded in 2016 that sat on top of his current brands, did not respond to requests for comment either. Okay, so nobody's really, this is really confirmed. It's just that we're seeing it floating around in the air, but we haven't seen anything like confirmed. Um, Nike did not respond to. Yeah, I read that one says Nigo and Nike are still in the early stages of working together on sneakers, according to one of the sources, and a collaborative product won't be released until 2024 at the earliest. Let's see, the designer has never worked directly with Nike on products before, but the brand's relationship met him on trips to Tokyo in the early 2000s. Per the sneaker scene veteran who was the Nigo orbit then. Okay, yeah. So I remember, yeah, they had talked about it in the past, but they never actually sat down and did anything. So
Yeah.
I'm wondering what changed from back then till now. You know?
I mean, I wonder how much they paid to buy him out of Adidas, or was he his contract was probably up and they knew it, so then they threw him an offer. You know?
Yeah, probably right whenever probably there was in the things of renegotiating things with Adidas. Adidas, let's face it, 100, the Kanye situation sting, and it's like, okay, cool. We probably can't. We can give you the same deal, maybe.
Yeah, but we can't afford to really do deals like that right now. You know?
Yeah, we can keep what we got going on, and when things get up and up, we'll make it right.
Mm-hmm.
Or Nike will say, well, we got it right now if that's what you're looking for. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? If you come
Wait,
over
oh,
here,
that's it. We got that right now.
I'm like, yeah, exactly. Oh, that's what you're looking for. They probably threw an extra couple thousand on it to make, you know what I'm saying? Like,
In a luxury office.
yeah, luxury. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. Oh, that's what it is. That's what you want. Cool. All right, cool. Say they say, all right, cool.
He
Three
probably put in
million.
one of those little sleeping chambers in his room. I
Yeah,
mean, in his office. You know?
yeah. If Adidas throwing, I don't know the numbers. This is all alleged, but I'm saying if
Yeah.
Adidas throwing 3 million, then Nike
Oh,
say,
come on, man. You know, come on now. You know that's they can't even get him to answer the phone for 3 million. Come on.
well,
You know.
I was just saying a number.
Yeah,
Right,
come on. Yeah, he won't
right.
even answer the phone for 3 million.
If Adidas is offering 100 million, then Nike
Okay. Yeah.
say we got 120 million. You know, and I know
And a luxury office.
yeah, we got 120 million with a luxury office. Your product do good. Hey, you know, we always are open to negotiations that if
Hmm.
things get better over,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That could
Yeah.
that 120 million could easily turn into 150, no problem. You
Yeah.
know?
They said
So
we'll even send a driver to pick you up on your first date.
yeah, I mean basically. Let's see. Nigo is best known in the sneakers for the Bapesta, his Nike Air Force One inspired Bape model that enticed sneaker collections in the early 2000s with exclusive drops of garnished patent leather colorways. Yeah, I need some Bapes in my collection, man, for real. But the ones I want are through the roof on the resale market. I'm gonna keep it 100. Um, Aside from its inline footwear, Bape started to collaborate with Adidas on sneakers like the Superstar beginning in 2003. Nigo sold Bape in 2011 and stepped down from the company in 2013. That's what I knew. Um, let's see. But his connection with Adidas endured. The designer released a collection with Adidas in 2014, and it was Human Made brand, as regularly collaborated with the German sneaker company since. Their most recent collaboration arriving last summer. A source tells Complex that Adidas and Nigo are not extending their contract. There is your answer right there, Dunks. Adidas
Mhm.
did not provide a comment on whether it has an ongoing partnership with Nigo, but the deal between Nigo and Nike likely precedes any of our his labels from partnering with competitor sneaker companies. Yeah, it's more money over at Nike right now. To keep it
Yeah,
100.
and they said he can't collab. Apparently, he can't collab with any other company.
Yeah, but then I guarantee they made it worth it. I'm sure they made it
I'm,
worth it.
I'm sure what I'm sure this would have happened. They didn't offer him. They probably bought Human Made,
I wouldn't be surprised.
and that's just how now they're in business. They say we want to buy your company. We want to buy your Human Made.
Yeah,
I'm sure that's probably like more something how it went, and they're gonna still give him his little stuff, and then eventually we'll hear that he stepped down and left Human Made.
we'll see. Yeah, we'll see for sure. I don't want to speak it too
Yeah,
much on him.
allegedly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, allegedly, we don't know. While Nigo has not publicly confirmed that he's working with Nike, a recent Instagram post shows him wearing a pair of Nike Go Fleece. People put two and too much together off just a simple picture, man.
Hey, but you got to think people. You got, like I said, take it. People are huge Nike fans. People are huge Nigo fans. They watch this stuff every day, and they know. They know, and they like you say, you see something like that, you put two and two together, and they say, "Oh, okay, they're in business now," because they know they've been following Nigo since probably before Babe went national.
Yeah,
So come on now, they know. People know, and they just, especially the ones who just sit and watch and blog and do sneaker content and stuff all day. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Let's see. Says recent Instagram post shows him wearing the Nike Go Fleece. Let's see. The footwear choice does not feel coincidental, given how solemnly the Japanese designer has been spotted wearing Nike. Concurrent to preparing a collaboration with Nigo, Nike is fighting a legal battle against his old brand, Bape, over its Bape the sneaker. Nike filed a trademark infringement lawsuit against Bape in January, accusing the brand of ripping off some of Nike's most iconic footwear and filming. In filing for that lawsuit, Nike lawyers say that the brand's execs met Bape in 2009 to address it. Parenting of Nike's iconic Air Force One design. A letter submitted in the lawsuit by Bape lawyers revealed Nike offered Bape a license agreement for the Bape's shoe that same year. Oh, and they never took the deal.
So I'm sure this is probably what happened. They said we'll drop the charges on Babe if you sell us human made.
Well, he stepped down from Bape, so it ain't really gonna affect him though.
Well, yeah, true, but I mean, it still wouldn't be like an awkward conversation. Hey, sorry, but
Yeah, I wonder.
this is really awkward.
Yeah, it's got to be awkward. He stepped down, but I think there's more. There's a lot of loopholes in this story, man. If we're gonna keep it,
I mean, I feel like we
they
won't.
met. He said they met like in the early 2000s.
Oh, he was still with Bape then.
Yeah, he was, but they met to make a deal. Like they met to talk that and try to strike some type of publishing agreement, and that didn't actually work. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, and what changed now to make him, all of a sudden?
Well, he went on a step down.
Sure they were sworn enemies. I'm sure,
Yeah, but see, he has stepped down though. You know what I'm saying? Because they met with the brand's execs in 2009 to strike some type of deal. But he's been stepped down since he stepped down since 2011. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, if somebody did something to you, you're not gonna forget about it. Don't matter if you're there or not. Don't matter how many years it's happened. If somebody did something to cross you, you're not gonna forget about it.
Yeah, I'm curious what changed too, because think about it. Let's see, he sold Bape in 2011, but pretty much, he started collaborating since like 2003. But Bape had his run from like what 08 to like 2011.
Yeah.
So he sold it in
somebody in this whole equation back down,
Yeah, in 2009 it didn't go so well, and then I think they were probably talking about making move. If I had to guess, some type of something was going to happen. So he said, "Let me go and get my ass up out of the equation," because obviously the guys don't want to step down, but he don't want to be a part of it because it was probably stressful.
So that's probably what he loved, because, like you said, they extended a contract to him. He didn't want to take it, so they were probably pressuring him. So he just left, so he didn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, very interesting.
But I'm sure over the next couple months, to up until that shoe actually comes, if it ever comes, because we don't know yet if they're making shoes. We don't know if it's just going to be clothing.
Yeah,
we don't know anything what it's going to be yet.
I'm expecting a full run. You know what I'm saying? Like a full streetwear run side of things, and they get us right on the feet as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's what I don't know. Right? This is all alleged, but if I had to guess, that's what I would think.
And I feel like I said, I definitely gonna be some stuff, but like I say, we won't really know the full story of how it came about up until that first drop.
True.
I'm sure we'll start to get little bits and pieces, or people will start to make videos on it. I'm sure that's coming. It's gonna be plenty of videos made, but I'm sure eventually we will get the full story. Just not right now, because this is literally with the first couple hours of it, of the leak, or the information being being dropped.
Yeah, I think this came out on either yesterday or day before yesterday, so it's still fresh, hot off the press. Let me hit the chat, and then we're gonna close things out for the night. We've been on this joint for an hour and 30 some minutes, so y'all smash the like button, sub up. Let me see what we got going on in the chat. Let's see. Joseph G says the Air Force One, read that one. 47 read that one. Joseph G says read that one. We read the what was it? Key. I see. Bring back the show. Read that one. So I think we just got Joseph G, and we're gonna wrap things up. Human made is mild.
It's mid.
Kenzo. Okay. Kenzo is where it's at. Human Made is a collab brand between Pharrell and Nigo. Got you. Okay. I gotta check out the Kenzo stuff.
Yeah,
I keep hearing that name floating around. He says Adidas needs to invest into their Bad Bunny collabs. They got the design now. They're trying to get their design based on the sneakers app. Now, Base's not on the sneakers app yet.
never will be. I don't think it'll ever be.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be a thing.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah, I don't know
that's a shooting star we'll never see.
if that happened. That means somebody was like, "Yo, we're really really sorry. Let's work together," and pretty much sold over most of the deal to Nike. If I had to guess,
Ooh, just think how
that's what I'm
crazy that
saying.
would be.
That to be where like if we see them two buddy
That
off.
would be like literally. That would be what would save Nike. Honestly, it will have to be some like we talked about this before, and I said it's gonna have to be something major to bring them out of this hole because just these little collabs isn't gonna do it. It will have to be something of that caliber, like of Off-White caliber, of of Louis Vuitton caliber, of Bape caliber to bring Nike, back to to at least putting themselves as getting respect again.
Exactly, because to keep it 100 for me, and we're gonna talk upcoming releases real quick, and we're gonna close things out. Only thing that really I know everybody's got their mind on the olives right now, but I'm already past that. Honestly, just give me the cherry 12s
Mm-hmm.
for the yeah, that's it for me. To be honest, I mean, there's some stuff on the back end I'm looking for that I missed out on a long time ago. Obviously, you already know, and there's
Yeah,
some other stuff you don't know as well. But and that's always gonna be a thing. It's not I'm keeping secrets. It's just sometimes I'll be like, oh, I forgot about this one or this one.
yeah.
But uh, I will say this for this year, as far as releases this year, only thing that really got me excited for is those cherry 12s.
Okay.
Anything you guys looking for upcoming releases, y'all sign off in the chat. Dunks, you let me know. Anything I know, let me guess. The Travis joints.
Yeah, of course, Travis's. Like I've said before, I'm gonna keep saying the Palomino ones.
Oh yeah.
Looking for those. Cherries. Looking for those. Uh, I'm still on the fence about the Thunders.
Mm.
You know.
I'm on the fence about those as well. I've been thinking, I'm like, I like them, but then again, I don't need them. Like, you gonna really rock them? Like, I like them. I like them over the Lightnings.
Oh yeah, for sure, of course.
Like,
And I also like those.
and I
I
love
also like
yellow.
those
I
over
love
Red
yellow.
Thunders. Yeah, and I also
Those
like those
Red
over
Thunders,
Red Thunders.
they red. No disrespect, those Red Thunders, they wasted their time with those.
Yeah, it's like the Force version of the 7210s.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Like it's a cool. I mean, it's a cool shoe, and it's okay. It's wearable if the right person is wearing it, but it's not necessary. It wasn't needed to be in the. You messed up, a classic silhouette or something like that. Not
Yeah,
to bash the for the Red Thunders because say it still is a nice shoe and still a pretty nice ticket to get it right now. But it's just like I say, it just wasn't needed.
yeah, this is true.
Like just you guys could have made like rain or like sun, something like that.
Yeah,
Like why Red Thunder? You guys could have made like a rain theme, a fire theme. Like to go
yeah,
like a whole weather like elements type shit.
yeah, this is true. Let me hit the chat real quick. Let's see. Joe says they got a designer that's trying to get the design. Read that one. I think Manny, you deleted one of Joseph's comments. Let's see. Manny says, I see the comment that says Rick Owens started working with Nike after the Geo Basket lawsuit. I didn't even know they had a lawsuit together. But yeah, Rick Owens and Nike, they did some collabs, but I didn't know they had a lawsuit. May have to touch that one on for another topic. Man with the Kick says Air Jordan 1 Reimagine Royal Blue. I Dunks, we're gonna talk about that one probably on Wednesday too. The
Yeah.
whole reimagine theme, man. I'm trying to like know
Yeah.
that.
Okay. Yeah. Let's hold off then. Let's hold off on that force
Yeah,
stuff for you.
Nanny said that's my fault. My fault for that. I think they didn't mean to do. I'm like, he ain't saying nothing disrespectful, but I can still view it. It's not gonna show up on the screen because it's already gone. But yeah, he didn't mean to do that, Joseph. But other than that, man, yeah, reimagine Jordan ones, the blue joints. I And I got the Royal Blues. That's what kills me. I had a Royal Blues. They fire. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't. I don't think I need a reimagined. I mean, I don't know. I say it. I ain't knocking them, but I ain't hating on them either. So other than that, man, yeah, we've been on this joint for an hour and 39 minutes, man. Smash the like button, sub up to the channel, man. We will be back on Monday with Music Monday for sure. Y'all know who I am. I'm Jeremy Jones. Y'all know I normally make content about sneakers, which this what this was tonight. Occasional try on hauls, and of course, we got Music Mondays, man. Smash the like button, sub up to the channel, and we will be back on Monday with Music Monday, man. And I'm gonna let Dunks take us out.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah. Uh, Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Yeah, and just just wait, man. These Travis is gonna drop. We're gonna get them. Uh, yeah, I don't really got much to say tonight. Just have a good weekend. Everybody be safe, and yeah, we're out.
All right, man. We're officially out this thing, man. Peace.
Peace.